my chords! Hey Denchbags, what's going on? It's Landon Remixes here, and welcome to my review of the second ever EP from Pierce Fulton. This one is called Borrowed Lives. Surprisingly, this is actually only Pierce Fulton's second collective work, his first being his Pardon My French EP, which released about 5 years ago back when he was still on CR2 Records. Luckily, CR2 Records actually became the home of a number of his biggest hits, including the absolute smasher Kuaga, which was actually the track that I found out about Pierce Fulton, probably like many others did. For a long time, Pierce Fulton was absolutely killing the electro house game with songs like Kuaga. Who could surpass him? That one was an absolutely amazing track. Following that, though, we saw Pierce Fulton kind of start to head in a more experimental direction, following the Kuaga live edit, which absolutely blew me away. At that point, he was still making EDM, and he actually progressed onto Armada Records, which is, of course, Armin van Buuren's label, releasing a number of really cool dance jams, including Landmine, No More featuring Eden, and then Losing You. But somewhere in that mess came the track False Proof. False Proof was the last track that Pierce Fulton made prior to his rope swing accident in which he punctured one of his lungs. This accident happened somewhere in the process of the making of this EP, so I'm not sure how much of it was made prior to him puncturing his lung, but honestly, it's still monumentally impressive that he finished this thing in a reasonable amount of time with the amount of hurt he was probably going through. This EP was done in collaboration with Mr. Suicide Sheep's label, Seeking Blue, which is arguably my favorite label on the market right now, which made it extremely exciting and was led by the extremely unique single Make Me Blue. I think overall the heavy soul influence on Make Me Blue serves to tie really well together with his last single before this EP dropped, which was Leaving You, which featured a number of really classic soul samples. Beside that, though, I think Pierce Fulton did an excellent job kind of transferring from the EDM scene to the post-EDM scene with this EP, joining a lot of artists like Eden, Echoes, Crywolf, Porter Robinson, even Pantheon, especially on the track Pantheon, which seems to have influence from Pierce Fulton's old electro house tunes, especially toward the end of this track. And this definitely serves as a great transition piece, especially from people that haven't listened to Pierce Fulton in a long time, or have only listened to his EDM stuff before. They're going to hear that influence, but they're also going to hear some really awesome vocals by Pierce Fulton himself, some more indie-sounding drums, and an overall production that definitely has its roots in EDM, but shies away from it. Right at this moment in time, there's a lot of hype surrounding the track Echo Lake, probably just because it's the newest Mr. Suicide Sheep upload of Pierce Fulton. Echo Lake is arguably my least favorite on the EP, although I did think the lyrical themes were kind of cool, especially since Echo Lake is a location in Vermont, in New England, which of course is where I'm from and where I am right now. Just thinking about that, it kind of makes me reminisce about my old days night swimming at a family campground. Something that serves to be both dark and euphoric, something the production pulls off really well with this track. And then of course there's the EP's closer, the title track, Borrowed Lives, featuring Nudes. Nudes, an indie pop vocalist, actually serves as the only feature on this entire EP, and in my opinion this appearance isn't really even needed because Pierce Fulton does some awesome indie pop vocals himself on this track. In a lot of ways, Borrowed Lives heavily reminds me of the track Make Me Blue, just in terms of its brightness and its guitar influence throughout the entire track. But it's definitely not overwhelming because in Make Me Blue we got a lot of soul influence, and this one has that completely stripped away, more additive with the indie pop style, which I think even works a bit better on this track. Borrowed Lives is easily Pierce Fulton's poppiest work to date, and I love it. With every passing listen on this one, I feel like there's something every listener can sink their teeth into. This EP is an absolutely huge step forward for Pierce Fulton, and I can't wait to see what the future holds after this EP. I do have a couple little picks, but honestly, there's not much I really disliked about this thing. I am feeling a solid 7.5 out of 10. If you guys have listened to this one, make sure to let me know what you think down in the comment section below. If you haven't listened to it yet, as usual, I have the stream linked in the description, so you can go check this out, and I would definitely suggest that you go do that because Seeking Blue and Pierce Fulton are absolutely killing the game right now. Anyway, I'm Landon Remixes. I hope you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll see you later. Peace.